ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो। भक्त्या विहीना अपराधलक्ष्यै क्षिप्ताश्च कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयीं त्वां शरणं प्रपन्ना वन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दं। तवैवास्मि न जीवामि त्वया विना इति विज्ञाय राधे त्वं माम चरणन्तिके। My millions of humble obeisances under the Lord's feet of my Paramatma Dev, Nitya Leela Pravishta, Om Vishnu Bad, Sri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan, Keshav Goswami Maharaj, and same millions of Dandat Pranam in the lotus feet of Om Vishnu Bad, my Shiksha Guru, Om Vishnu Bad Sri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj. Our 7-day festival in Alachua was very successful. More than 500 devotees used to come to here. No complaint. All were very inspired and happy. I think most of our devotees are here from Alachua. Very few from here. So, I wanted to speak some general Harikatha, but we see that our whole devotees are here. Not whole, but our devotees must be here. Today is Basant Panchami in India. Basanta Panchami. What? Spring. 5th day of Basant Panchami. Very auspicious. Oh, Vishnu Priya Devi birthday and Raghunath Das, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami birth. Birth.
Disappearance of Srila Bhakti.
And any other?
Chakravarti Thakur.
Oh, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur? Oh, disappearance. Very auspicious day. In India, oh, so much cold was up till now. But now, from today in India, it will begin Basanta Ritu. Everywhere, yellow flowers. Like the Pitambar of Krishna. And now sprouts will come in mangoes and all trees. New leaves will come in reddish in all trees. And very fragrant air will come. Yes, so good flowers. but not good smell. No fragrance. Bitter. But there, Beli, Chameli, Jui, Jatika, Malti, lotus flowers and others. Oh, very fragrant. So fragrant that air, by their loads of fragrance, they became like heavy and they cannot walk.
So fast.
And in this spring, Vasanti Ras of Krishna, where in Govardhan, Man and Chandra Sarovar, where moon stops his walking, going, coming. For how many days? Oh,
One night of Brahma.
one night of Brahma. Millions of years he stops there to see the dance and sing songs of Sisi Radha Govinda and Gopis. And you know that Srila Jayadeva Goswami had told about Ras Leela Stali in Gita Govinda. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to hear and weep louder with tears, with melted hearts. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita, in Vasantaras, it has shown vividly the prominence of Srimati Radhika among millions of gopis. So this is Ras. And in the same very day of Vishnu Priya, the manifestation of
Bhusakti and
Prema Bhakti Swarupini. Prem Bhakti Swarupini. What? Prem Bhakti Swarupini meaning?
embodiment of Prema Bhakti.
So, his separation was very high for his husband, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he took sannyas. Very, very high. Also, the birthday of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. They can tell him, the disciple of Sarup Damodar, Rairam, Sarup Damodar, and also Shiksha Guru Goswami. And he has written so many stav and stuti of Radha Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, of all the places, 6 places of Vrindavan, Radha Krishna, Giriraj Govardhan. We always remember all these things. His life is full of love and affection. As gopis to Srimati Radhika, he was dedicated. And he was Rati Manjari. And in this Leela, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. His character is so high that it is impossible to touch his lotus feet dust, even for very high class of devotees. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami has written Vilap Kushmanjali. Oh, what?
Savavali.
Excessive or what? Love and separation and all kinds of love and affection has been given there. What a sadhak should do if he wants to enter in sweet pastimes of Krishna, especially in the love and affection of Krishna and Radhika, then he must must read Vilap Kushmanja and other Stav and Stuti. And then today is also the separation day of manifestation of Rupa Goswami, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. He again repeated the same thing, and that was Gopi's love and affection as very high stage, Upapati Bhav. Otherwise, after Srila Rupa Goswami, it has gone to where? Over. Stop. But kindly he came and he again repeated the same thing. So today is very auspicious day. In India or other places, we make this festival very high. We offer Radha and Krishna conjugal yellow paraphernalia, yellow cloths, yellow everything, rice, paramanna, pushpanna, all yellow. Also, in this Basant Panchami, we offer mango manjari, mango manjari, and jaw ke ki bole? Barley, what? New coming bal. New barley. Very like green
grass.
Yes. And from today, Holy Kirtan will be sung. Braj mein Hari Gori Machai. Krishna with his friends, Gopikas with all Gopikas, in the guidance of Srimati Radhika, taking what?
Syringe.
Syringe. Playing with Krishna, and they want to defeat Krishna, and Krishna wants to defeat him. And very melodious song of holy, everywhere will be stored. So many things. I remembered something, I told something. I also want to tell something. Dear devotees. Tomorrow you will start again the same subject, very high subject, in Miami. What is Bhakti? Jnani Bhakta, Suddha Bhakta, Premi Bhakta, Prempar Bhakta. And then you can decide, what high class of love of Braja. So we will discuss there. I want to discuss some general things here, but very essential for us. If a man is wealthy, very wise, intelligent, of very high position, children very educated, beautiful, wife very obedient. He has all these things which are required in our life. Then what is the use of doing bhakti or belief in God, and why we should do bhajan? If you are happy in this world, then what is the need? If good children obedient wife or husband, all kinds of possession, or very good, well-equipped houses, or very good garden, then what is the need of doing bhajan? And to beg from others and maintain ourselves. Why not be like that? You can speak on this subject.
Om Jnana-timirandhasya Jnanandana-salakaya Chakshur-unmilitam yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Srila Gurudeva ordered me to speak upon this a very important subject. If a person has some material success, material facility, material luxury and comfort, and he feels happy and satisfied, why should he use his time to do bhajan, to engage in Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, hearing, chanting and remembering the Supreme Personality of Godhead? What is the necessity of leaving these things to live a very simple life? Gurudev gave the example, and going begging here and there to maintain his existence. There's no necessity at all. He has everything. So it seems. But Ved Shastra, Sadguru, pure Vaishnavas, they open our eyes and they make us look at see the reality of life. You know that there was one very beautiful boat, very huge boat, and upon that boat there are many facilities for sleeping, eating, singing, dancing. There was a restaurant, a ballroom, everything. And the people on that boat were very, very happy. So you may think, oh, I would also like to go on that boat. So if someone will sell you a ticket, please buy a ticket for my boat, the Titanic. Will you buy? No. Why not?
It will sink.
It was sinking. Or even as it was going down beneath the waves, the band was still playing. And going down. People still dancing and the band was playing, and it went under, and everyone was killed. So you'll not go on that boat. Why? It's very, very comfortable. Because you know it's going down. There, the people on that boat, they are so happy, but their happiness is delusion. It is they are ignorant. Like goats who are lining up at the slaughterhouse waiting to be killed. The goats are standing there in a line to be killed one after another, but they have no idea, where am I, what am I doing, and what will be my fate in the very next moment. So, this is the position of all the people in this world. We think that, oh, we are very comfortably situated, but at any moment death may come. No, death will come at any moment. Old age will come, disease will come, and again, rebirth in this world. One may think, if death will come, then again, in my next life, I will enjoy as I have enjoyed in this life. This is completely wrong. Whatever comfort or luxury or facility we have in this life is coming as a result of religious activities performed in previous lives. And as we try to enjoy in this world, we exhaust our accumulation of the results of pious activities. And when they're exhausted, then one goes down and he will suffer so much. To illustrate this point, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave a very graphic example. He explained that Maya, the material energy, treats the living entity in this world exactly as a king punishes a thief. Sometimes the king has a thief punished by taking him to the river, and some very strong soldiers get the thief and they hold him underwater. And they keep him there. His lungs are bursting, some bubbles come out, and he's about to die. But then in the next moment, the soldiers of the king, they lift his head above the water, and he goes, and then again they push him underneath the water. And again he's suffering, his heart is beating, his lungs are burning, and then after a long time underwater when he's about to die, then again, and then they put him under the water. So we should understand that if we are well situated in this world, and we feel very comfortable and happy, this is only Maya is giving you breath, little breath for only a few moments, and then again she'll push us under 8,399,000 lifetimes, many thousands of lifetimes, moving in the endless chain of birth and death, until again a position of little happiness comes for a moment, and we go down. But what happens when that moment of happiness comes? That means we get the human form of life, and some health, and strong body, and good mind, and good intelligence, and we are not struggling for existence. At that time, we have a golden chance, a golden opportunity to render service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and thus put an end to all the problems of life. One who will awaken his transcendental love for God and realize the nature of Atma, the soul, and the relationship of the Atma with the Supreme Atma, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For that person, there will be no more karma. There will be no more rebirth in this world, no more old age, disease, and death. They will be liberated from this illusory material existence and enter into an eternal life of happiness in Golok Vrindavan, in the kingdom of God. So when the human form of life comes, it is very short, momentary, but it is a golden chance and a rare opportunity to make a solution forever to all of the problems of life. But when this opportunity comes to us, we become enamored by money, by family members, by reputation, education, position in society. And in this way, this brief but valuable opportunity which has been afforded to us is completely squandered, wasted. Only laughing, joking, singing, dancing, and going here and there, and trying to enjoy just for this brief moment. And then again we disappear down into the endless chain of birth and death, having lost our rare opportunity. And therefore, all the Shastras, they inform us that Labdva sujolabam idam bahusam bhavanti manusyamatadam anityamapiyadira. Or those who attain this human form of life, they should understand that even though it is anitya, it is not eternal. It is momentary, just like the other forms of life. Yet still, the human form of life is artadam. It has the power to give an eternal benefit. Therefore, Turnamyate napatet anumrityu javan. Quickly, rise up. Don't be sluggish. Don't be sleepy. Don't be inattentive. Don't nod off at the wheel. If you are driving and you become sleepy and you nod off at the wheel, what will happen? Disaster. So now you can understand in the human form of life, your hands are on the wheel. You can express your free will to turn in the direction of animal life or to turn in the direction of godly life. So at that moment, Shastra tells us, Turnamyateta napatet anumrityavan. Don't fall asleep at the wheel and make a wrong turning down into the animal species. Oh, but I have no time for sadhan, for hearing, chanting and remembering, because I'll have to work hard to do so many things. for my happiness in this world. But Shastra said, Nisreyasaya Vishakhalusavatasyat. Don't try to get the happiness which comes from physical sense gratification, from the indulgence of the senses of this physical body. Don't even try for it. Why? This type of happiness is very low class. It is available in all species of life. Hogs and dogs and pigs and camels, all types of animals, they enjoy eating, sleeping, sex life, and martial arts. They're expert in all of these things. Why are we trying to do this? And what's more, if you'll endeavor for these things, then you're wasting your time, because the happiness which is derived from the contact of the senses with their objects comes automatically by the karmas we performed in our previous life. Tasyaiva heito prayate tiko vido na labhyate yad brahmatamu paryada talabhyate dukavad anyata sukham kalena savatra garabhira ramhasa. Srimad Bhagavatam informs us, my dear friend, if you are actually a little bit intelligent and philosophically inclined, then you can understand that the happiness derived through the senses of the mature body comes to us automatically as a result of our fruitive karma, and therefore it is a complete waste of time to endeavor for that which will come of its own accord. So the Shastras, the Vedas of India, Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, Puran, Srimad Bhagavatam, the sadhus, Sadhguru, the pure devotees and spiritual masters, they give us this instruction. Oh, my dear friend, my dear brother, don't waste any time, but at once, with so much energy and enthusiasm, give all of your time to the practice of bhakti yoga, to the practice of devotion to God, whereby you can discover eternal happiness, eternal peace, and beauty, knowledge, and realization in the loving service of the all-attractive Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Radha and Krishna.
Oh, you should speak on very brief the life of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami and some of the teachings in brief.
So,
why he left his old positions and how.
So, today is the appearance day of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. And so Srila Gurudeva has ordered me to speak a few words about his life. Why? Because he is the perfect illustration of our subject matter today. Why is it that someone who has all material facilities should forsake those things and dedicate themselves to the service of God? And how to do it? You know that in India, about 500 years ago, in the village of Krishnapur, in the district of Adi Saptagram, there was a very, very wealthy and powerful landowner. His name was Govardhan Majumdar. And his brother Hiranya Majumdar, together they ruled over a very large area of 7 villages. And they had a huge income of more than 1 million gold coins every year. At that time, that was fabulous wealth. Fabulous wealth. We cannot imagine. And between the 2 brothers, they had only one child, Raghunath. He was a young boy, and therefore, being the sole heir of this vast fortune, he was, every facility was given to him. And everyone had so much affection for him. Yet, in his childhood, he was very fortunate because he had the association of Srila Haridas Thakur, Sri Advaita Acharya, and his Diksha Guru, Sri Yadunandan Acharya. All are associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and great, perfect, realized, pure devotees. When Haridas Thakur would come to visit his home to give Harikatha there, he would go running as a small boy, oh Dadu Dadu, and jump in his lap. And he would hear from Haridas Thakur, Srimad Bhagavatam, Dhruv Charitra, the life history of Dhruva Maharaj. Prahlad Charitra, the life history of Prahlad Maharaj, Ambarish Maharaj, and many Upakhyan from Srimad Bhagavatam. And he would receive instructions from Haridas Thakur about the glory of chanting Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. And by such excellent association, he developed strong faith in Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he knew that the goal of life is to develop love for Krishna. He knew this fact. And if someone has even a little desire to know and love God, automatically renunciation or detachment from this world, a freedom from infatuation for the glittering of the external material energy of God. Oh, this infatuation will go away and all things will appear to be dry, tasteless, temporary, and like a burning poison. With sugar on the outside, but when you take it inside, only pain and suffering. Everything of this world is of that nature. So even in his childhood and youth, Raghunath Das, at that time, Raghunath Das, he understood this fact. So when he was a small boy, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in the year 1510, he took sannyas and he tried to go to Vrindavan, but Nityananda Prabhu brought him back to Shantipur. It was at that time when Raghunath Das was a small boy, he had the first chance to have the darshan of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to serve him, to take his remnants. And by seeing Mahaprabhu, hearing from him, and taking his remnants, he developed a very strong, intense greed to develop love for Krishna. So as he grew up, he had no attachment to his household life. His parents made a plan. Oh, he's not so interested in the things of this world. But we know how to bind him down, to tie him down in such a way that he'll forget about spiritual life and become an ordinary, regular, materialistic person. How is that? We'll arrange his marriage with a very beautiful, sweet young girl who will serve him and please him in all ways. In this way, he'll forget about his desire to become a renunciant and he'll stay in material life. But it didn't work. He had no interest in his new bride either. But again and again, he tried to run away from home to meet with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri. But every time his father would send guards on horseback, and they would ride through the night, and they would catch up with him, and they would bring him back to his father. His father and mother were becoming desperate. His mother was hysterical. Oh, you should get a chain and chain him. His father said, what can I do? I already applied the heaviest chain of all, a wife. A living chain. If a living chain cannot bind him, then what will a lifeless chain do? It's very difficult to control a person who has become maddened with attachment for the lotus feet of Satyanandan Gaura Hari. So, in this way, he tried to run away again and again, but his father always caught him. But then, something wonderful happened. Nityananda Prabhu was traveling here and there, and he came on the other side of the Ganga to a place called Panihati. And there, he was doing Harinam Sankirtanam with hundreds of his associates. Raghunath Das begged permission from his father. Oh, my dear father, please give me permission to go and have the darshan of the lotus feet of Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu is the incarnation of Baldev, Krishna's brother, the embodiment of Sandhini Shakti, all types of spiritual power, spiritual strength. So with permission of his father and accompanied by so many guards just to make sure that nothing untoward would happen along the way, Raghunath Das went to Panihati and had the darshan of Nityananda Prabhu. From far away he was giving obeisances. Nityananda Prabhu said, hey, one thief has come here, I want to punish you. And Raghunath Das tried to get away. But Nityananda Prabhu has very long arms, you know, reaching down to his knees, just to catch those who try to run away from him. So quickly he bounded and caught that thief and put him on the ground and kept his lotus feet upon his head. I'll punish you. You're a thief. Why? Because you are trying to take my property without my permission. This is the definition of a thief, who tries to take your property without your permission. But Nityananda Prabhu said, you know the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that is Radha and Krishna, they are my property, unless you come to me first to take permission from me. You cannot take them. So Nityananda Prabhu said, I will punish you, and the punishment is you should serve all Vaishnavas. So then Raghunath Das, he managed a very big feast, and he fed all the Vaishnavas and Nityananda Prabhu. And Nityananda Prabhu, by the power of his praying, he called Mahaprabhu there, and Raghunath Das had the darshan of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for a few moments, and then he disappeared. What is the meaning? Nityananda Prabhu is Akhanda Guru Tattva. He is the original, undivided sum total of Guru Tattva. We see that Raghunath Das, he wanted to run away from his home, to escape the shackles of household life and the bewilderment of wealth and reputation and fame. He tried again and again by his own power, yet his own power was not strong enough. Even if one has the desire to realize God, to serve God, and to give up the bondage of this material world, though his desire is very strong, Maya, the material energy, is stronger. The jiva, the soul, is tiny, insignificant. No one can have the strength to escape from the bondage of this world unless they will submit themselves at the lotus feet of Nityananda Prabhu. So we see that Nityananda Prabhu is not visible to our eyes today, yet he remains eternally present in this world in the form of Sri Guru. So here, the teaching is, one should surrender himself unconditionally at the lotus feet of Sri Guru. And what did Sri Guru tell him to do? Serve all Vaishnavas. So by this rendering service to Sri Guru and Shuddha Vaishnavas, then one will attain their blessings. Nityananda Prabhu gave blessings to Raghunath Das, that very soon you will come out from your situation, from your, you will escape from your trap, from your imprisonment by your father and family members. And very soon you will attain the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he will put you under the guidance of Swarup Damodar. So all of this came to pass. Inadvertently, I missed one very important teaching here. Prior to his meeting with Nityananda Prabhu, again, when Raghunath Das was a little older, for a second time, he had met with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. At that time, Mahaprabhu could see his eagerness to leave his household life. But at that point, he thought that it was somewhat inappropriate, because his devotion and his renunciation was not yet mature. So Mahaprabhu told him, Stiraho garejao nahao batul krame krame pai pavaloka sinduku. Oh Raghunath, don't be a crazy fellow. Again and again you try to run away and you are unsuccessful. You know that you cannot attain the lotus feet of Krishna or cross over this ocean of material existence by behaving like a psychiatric patient. Naha batul. Don't be a psychiatric patient. If you want to cross over the endless ocean of material existence, you can do it very carefully in stages. First, I want to give you this instruction. What is that? Markata vairagyana karo loka dekaya yata yogya vishay bunja anasaktaya. Told him, don't practice the renunciation of a monkey, only to make a show to other people. You know that monkeys, they are very renounced. They have no clothes. They have no fine house. They live only in the forest, in the tree. They go from tree to tree. And they sit there. And they don't eat very, very luxurious food. Only some fruits and nuts available in the forest. So monkey is a great sannyasi. Everyone can see. No. Monkey is sitting very still and calm. And his eyes are looking here and there. He's waiting for someone to come past with anything, spectacles or bananas. And as soon as he gets the chance, he will jump. And then his real nature will come out. How he's very ferocious and dangerous and attached and very lusty and greedy. And the monkey, he keeps so many female monkeys and engages in lust with them also. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, don't make a show of renunciation. Why? Oh, this show of renunciation is just another kind of sense gratification. It is simply to procure from yourself the adoration of the ignorant people of this material world. So if your heart will become polluted by the desire for pratishtha, to be recognized and honored and receive fame from others as being a great spiritualist, then you will not make any advancement at all, but rather your heart will become overburdened with anartha, material desires, and just like a monkey, you'll seem to be renounced. But when an opportunity comes, you will fall down and your life will be spoiled. So Mahaprabhu told him, Yatha Jogya Vishay Bundya Anasaktahaya. You can be in this world and you can enjoy the facilities of this world in an appropriate way, but don't become attached to them. Rather, what should you do? Antare koranista bhaje loka vyavaha achirada Krishna tomai korebe uddha. You should behave like an ordinary person. Give respect to your mother and father. You can serve guests and behave like an ordinary religious person, not irreligious person. Don't behave like an ordinary person in America. Behave like an ordinary person who was very religious in India 500 years ago. This is what it means, behave like loka vyavaha. Behave like an ordinary religious person in India at that time 500 years ago. And inside, in your heart, develop nishtha, very strong, firm, unswerving faith and determination to be absorbed in hearing, chanting, and remembering about Krishna. And if you will do this, then very soon, Krishna himself will make an arrangement to extricate you from your bondage. That arrangement came in the form of Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu gave blessings, and then shortly after that, what happened? One day in the very early morning, before sunrise, the Diksha Guru of Raghunath Das came to his house and told him, my Pujari has left his service. And he's gone home. So he will listen to you, I know. Go to him and persuade him again to take up his service. So then Raghunath Das, yes, of course, Gurudev, let's go there. And they came out from the house. The guards who were surrounding him saw that he was leaving in the company of his Guru. So they were not suspicious. When they came out from the house, Raghunath Das said, Gurudev, there's no need for you to trouble yourself with this. You can return to your home. I will go and see the Pujari and send him along to resume his service in the temple. So then he gave pranam to his Gurudev, and Jadunandanacharya returned to his home. And Raghunath Das, he took this chance. He thought, this is my chance now. I'm out of the home. No one suspects anything. They think I'm with my Guru. Now I'll run away. But I'll not go by the main roads. I'll go through the jungles and villages. Because if I go by the main road, they'll catch me. And Raghunath Das began to run. The journey will take 30 days on foot to walk from Bengal to Puri in Orissa. 30 days on foot. But he completed that in only 12 days. Why? He was running, breathlessly running, not taking any rest. Sometimes he would lie down for a few moments in the cow barn of some farmers. He would take a little milk or chickpeas, and again, only every 4 days, 3 or 4 days, he took a little milk or chickpeas, and he came running. And finally, he arrived in Puri. So here, Raghunath Das Goswami is showing us the intensity of the desire of a person, which is required to become successful in spiritual life. We cannot have only a little desire. It will not do. It's like riding a bicycle. If you don't pedal, it will fall over, especially going up a hill. So, Rupa Goswami Pad instructed us, enthusiasm and confidence in this path of bhakti, and also be somewhat patient. If the result will not come at once, keep going. Confidence and patience and enthusiasm should never be slackened. but intensified every day to try to intensify our vows and renew dedication on the path of spiritual life. Then, Sadhvi Bhakti Prasiddhiti. Bhakti must become successful. After 12 days, he arrived in Puri, very, very skinny, and dirty, and exhausted. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw him, then his heart was melted, and tears came in his eyes. With his own hands, he lifted Raghunath Das from the ground and began to wipe the soil from his body with his own cloth. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's heart was melted, seeing the determination of this boy. It is true. Bhagavan Sri Narayan is stated, 9th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, if anyone will leave the comforts of this world, wife, home, family, wealth and education, all of these things, for my sake, how can I ever give that person up? I can never give him up. If we want to melt the heart of Supreme Lord, or being under the guidance of Sadguru and Vaishnavas, and undergoing many difficulties in their service, then surely the heart of the Lord will melt for us. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was feeling like this, and very mercifully, he took the hand of Raghunath Das and put his hand in the hand of Swarup Damodar. He told him, oh, Swarup Damodar, he knows more than me. You should learn everything from him. And in this way, he was accepted like a son of Swarup Damodar and began to live in his ashram in Puri. So after some time, Raghunath Das, he was thinking, I have left my home and everything, but now what is my duty? To leave everything. This is not the goal of life. Those who are Mayavadi, impersonalists, they think if you leave everything, now you are perfect, because you are liberated. But this is not liberation. Mukti prannitarupam swarupena vyavastiti. Liberation means to be situated in one's swarup, one's eternal transcendental spiritual form, by which one can render service to Radha and Krishna. This is actual supreme vimukti, supreme liberation. So Raghunath Das, he did not know what is the procedure and the method to attain the perfection of life. And very humbly, though he wanted to ask Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he went to Swarup Damodar. He was very humble and polite and very shy, so he did not speak directly. But rather, he posed the question to Swarup Damodar, and Swarup Damodar told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Raghunath Das has this question to put before your Lordship. He has left his material life, but now what is his duty? What should he do? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, oh, Swarup Damodar knows better than me, but if you want to hear some words from me, then kindly pay attention. He told him, Gramya Katha Nashunibe, Gramya Vartana Kohibe, Balona Kaibe Ar Balona Poribe. You should not speak mundane talk. You should not discuss the comings and goings and profit and loss, victory and defeat, health and illness and wealth and happiness and distress of this material world. Don't discuss these things. All this village talk, it will destroy your good intelligence for understanding what is spiritual life. And as you should not speak it, you should also be very careful not to hear gossip. He said that, she said that, he said that, she said that, he said that, I said that, you said that. Don't listen to these things. It will ruin your consciousness completely. And therefore, giving up the association of those who are absorbed in mundane worldly gossip. Also, balona paribe ar balona khaibe. Don't wear very luxurious, silken, royal, fashionable, and exotic, in vogue designer clothes. No. This will make your ego get bigger and bigger and bigger, with more and more bodily identification. And also, balona khaibe. Don't eat very palatable food. If you eat like a king, very soon you'll start looking for a queen. Or your belly will be full and you'll become lusty. So eat very, very simple food. And not so much, only little. Oh, but this is not spiritual life. This is only some yam niyam, some rules and regulations to make a platform for practice. What is the practice? Amani namanadahiya sada Krishna namalabe braje radha Krishna seva manasa koribe. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed him, always be very meek and humble. Give honor to everyone, not only to superiors, to equals and juniors, and even to an ant. Give respect to every living entity. And don't be hankering, don't have a passion for others to recognize and appreciate you. Depreciate yourself and appreciate others. And being in this mood, Sada Krishna Nama Labe, always chant the names of Radha Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare. And while chanting, don't empty your mind. Now people tell, oh, you should chant Hare Krishna, but don't remember anything. Always remember Krishna and never forget Him except for while you're chanting. When you're chanting, then you can forget. This is common teaching today. No, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teaching is Braje Radha Krishna Seva Manasa Koribe. At the time of chanting, you should engage your mind in the service of Radha and Krishna in Braj. Mahaprabhu told him, Tunadapi Sunichena Tororiva Sishtana Amanena Manadena Kirtanya Sadahari. Being more humble than a blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree, giving respect to others, and not hankering for respect for oneself, continuously chant Harinam. And if you want to know more details about this, you can learn it from Swarup Damodar. So, having received these instructions, Swarup Damodar also gave him more instructions. Why? Swarup Damodar is the incarnation of Lalita Sakhi, the very nearest and dearest friend of Srimati Radhika. So, those who want to become the dasis, the maidservants of Radhika, they'll have to have the shelter and guidance of Lalita Sakhi.
Thank you. Want to say something about it?
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.